Hi, this is good. How are you? Yeah, for sure. It's Roche, Roche. I am originally from the States, but living in Fort Langley, British Columbia right now. Okay, so basically we rescue Africans and then rescue adoption by the internet. So yeah, so people can watch them and there's also a great way to learn about. So he, we are taking care of a feral cat colony that has about 200 cats in it. So we're spaying and neutering them and trying to reduce the cat overpopulation there. And so the property owner, when he sees a sick or injured cat, will text me and then we'll bring them in. So he sent me a picture of Cassidy. He saw him walking around basically on his front two legs like a little velociraptor in reverse. And just he knew that, you know, there's coyotes and things like that out there. He knew that he wouldn't survive very long, and I was like, trap him, trap him. So it took him about 2 days to get him trapped, and he actually ended up having to make a special box trap to get him, but he finally got him, and he was in really bad shape by the time he was trapped, so he probably would have only survived another day or two. So yeah, really glad that we were able to get him when we did. So we think that his mom may have accidentally chewed them off when, well, it actually surprisingly happens. It's not super uncommon if the umbilical cord gets wrapped around. And the umbilical cord's pretty tough to chew through, and so if other stuff is down there, sometimes it just gets in the way. I know, I know. So I took him to the emergency room because he clearly was, in need of help, and they took one look at him and assumed that we would be euthanizing, and just because he's a feral kitten and he was in such bad shape and it would cost money and lots of time, and they just so that's what they were kind of recommending. But I knew that because he had survived for 9 weeks. I mean, it's so remarkable that he would have survived with everything stacked against him like that. That I felt like he wanted to live, and I felt like he deserved a chance. Yeah. So I was like, no. And so they did a great job. They kept him alive through the night, which is exactly what they're supposed to do. And then I took him to our regular vet in the morning, and we kind of got him comfortable on pain meds, and started to address the infection and do kind of the triage things that really needed to happen. And I wanted to at least give him a couple of days to see if he still wanted to live, and he definitely did. Oh, one thing, he got so excited about food. He obviously felt terrible, but he was so starved by the time we got him, and he had been eating, like, I don't know if it was gravel or something that was not food, because he was so hungry, but he couldn't get to food. And so I was offering him food like every 5 minutes, and he would just get so excited about the food, and then he would just kind of crash again for a while. And there was just something in his eyes that he still had his little fighting spirit. Even though he just was so close to death, he never gave up, and I wasn't about to give up on him. Well, after everything he's been through, I just want him to have the best life possible. And so I wanted to explore every possible option that might give him an even better quality of life than just having his little stumps fixed and everything. So I wanted to explore every option. And also, as he was starting to feel better, he started to get really frustrated because he couldn't move around freely. And he still has the mind of a 12-week-old now, but back then like a 9-week-old kitten trapped in this little body that couldn't keep up. And so I made sort of like a little sling for him so I could carry around his back end for him and he could kind of scamper a little bit. And it had a remarkable effect on his just demeanor. He was so happy being able to have a little bit of independence. And so then, I was just thinking, maybe we could get him a wheelchair and then he could just go on his own. And so I posted on social media and asked if anyone might be able to help us out. And actually 3 people ended up making wheelchairs for us. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So the one you saw in the video was made by handicappetscanada.com. Yep, and then 2 kids from a local high school actually printed one on their 3D printer. I know. And then someone who watches the live stream fabricated one, just never having done it before, just made one. So I think we'll end up having a little wheelchair lending library for other little animals when we're done with this, which is great. But it was pretty amazing, the response. Oh, he loves it. He's just, especially now, he's feeling really good. We finally got off the antibiotics. We're off the pain meds, and he's so active, and he just loves to play. And so for him being able to get in the wheelchair and go and chase my cats around and kind of be able to go faster, he's never really had that independence before, and he hasn't been able to feel the wind in his fluff. He loves it, and so it's been really wonderful for him. Yeah, that's a good question. So he's so little right now that he has a lot of growing to do, so it's too early for something like prosthetics or implants, but that's definitely something we're investigating. He has an issue with his left stump that we're trying to figure out if we can restore the use of his knee there, which I think would be helpful. So we're working with a specialist on that. And he will definitely outgrow this wheelchair, and at that point we'll evaluate if he's able to get around okay without it, or if it will be time to transition to something like the prosthetics or implants. We'll just have to wait and see how he develops and how he's able to adapt as he gets a little bit bigger and stronger. He's still working on, doing little kitty push-ups and sit-ups to build his muscles back up after. Yeah, exactly. That's a good question. He's living with me right now, and I like to say that it's too early to say what his future will hold. We don't know about medical costs. We don't know if he'll need surgery or repeated surgery. We don't know any of that stuff yet, and until we know that, we can't really in good conscience put him into the right home. So yeah, Absolutely, yeah, because he definitely will have some kind of special needs throughout his life. So we want to make sure that if and when the time arrives, he goes to, the best home ever. Yeah, there have definitely been a few people who have said that they, are just smitten with him, and would love to give him a home. So I don't think it will be difficult to find a really wonderful home. But I'm pretty smitten with him too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, awesome. Oh, amazing. That would be great. Um, I think the only thing, and I don't know if you can work this in or not, but his mom was feral, but his dad is somebody's pet that they didn't, that hasn't been neutered, and so, spaying and neutering is really the message, to prevent more kittens like this who wouldn't be so lucky. Awesome. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, thanks. Bye.